everyone, it's Tiffany from iHeartArtBlog.com, and I'm on the Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft team, and I am back for week 3 of our art journaling month. And this week we are all about the embellishing. So last week got a little messy, well, a lot of messy. We did a lot of photo transfers, and I showed you how to do use different mediums with your stamping from Stampendous. So this week I was feeling a little lost because I did a lot last week with my journal to lay the foundation. So I went back to my mood board and I remembered the colors, and then I remembered I'm going to use the Paper Crafter's crayons. So here is my little tray of supplies that I'll be using. I have my Brights Gelatos plus pistachio, and I have these out just in case, and I like to be able to match the colors to these. And I'm going to be using my Paper Crafter Crayons and PITT Artist Pens. These have a super fine nib, so they're perfect for journaling and for detailed doodling. And then I love that with our Design Memory Craft line, you can mix the different mediums and then you can match the colors perfectly by using the color system. So it makes everything a little bit easier, especially when you're doing a big project like an art journal. I'll also be using these mixed media stencils. I have sunglasses, these cool tribal triangles, and then the varied dots. And again, don't forget to prep your stencils with a coat of gel medium so that you can reuse them multiple times. I also have some repositionable adhesive, the white Stampers Artist Pen, some washi tape, some scissors, a little mini craft iron to do some melting techniques with the Paper Crafter crayons, and then a ruler to create some journaling lines with my Stampers Artist Pen. So let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my mini craft iron on high. And then I'm going to prop it up on a little trivet so that it doesn't burn my workstation. I'm just going to set it aside so that it can get all heated up. And now I'm going to take the white Stampers Artist Pen and create some journaling lines. I tend to write crooked, so this really helps me. I especially like that I have a mat that has these grid lines so that I can do it a little bit easier. So you can see that it created some subtle white lines for my journaling, and this also works really well to make some accents on your chalkboard paint. So I can go in here and I can doodle a little bit on my letters if I want to. Just like that. For this page, I wanted to lighten it up a bit, so I'm going to take this cool tribal triangle background and just lay it down, and then use my Stampers Artist Pen in white. And then I like to put, sort of offset it just a little bit, and then using a coordinating PITT Artist Pen, you can recreate that pattern. So once my lines are dry, I can go ahead and choose a coordinating PITT Artist Pen, and I really like this one of these blues. And I can go ahead and journal what my my little activity over here. I'm using my art journal as more of like a scrapbook or a mini album, so I'm just going to journal about this particular picture. You can see it glides right on top, and then this section can be about our vacation. So you can see that this is the perfect nib for journaling. Glides perfectly on all of our other mediums, and this is a gessoed board with some gelatos on top. So for this journaling board, I wanted to create a fun embellishment using melted Paper Crafter's crayons. And I'm going to apply this stencil with some repositionable adhesive. So now when you melt your Paper Crafter crayons, you want to have your mini iron, this is from Clover, on high. You can find these in the quilting section of your craft store. And then you're going to add the colors of choice. So you sort of doodle on the nib, and you can see that the wax melts immediately. And these just twist right up, so they're really easy to use. And I like to let it sit there for a little bit before I swipe it off. It's a really cool, shiny, sort of abstract. It sort of looks like an enamel, but it's just a melted wax symbol. Pretty cool. And don't waste that wax on your craft iron. Go ahead and rub that along the edges of your journaling board for a fun look. You can also create little melted wax dots that look like enamel dots. Just take a Paper Crafter crayon of choice and then you melt it. And then you just tilt your iron down until you create a little ball of wax. Like that. You can just keep adding them wherever you see fit. And there we go. Again, this was Tiffany from the Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft team, showing you how to quickly embellish your art journals using the Paper Crafter crayons, the PITT Artist Pens, and the Stampers Artist Pen in white. Thanks for watching.